There is nothing you can do about it. There is nothing you can do about it. You have to understand that what is happening is irreversible, and you need to make a way for yourself. Your inheritance is a running tab across the centuries, and the collectors are not sentimental at all. They will take payment in the most precious of currencies. They'll take payment in the form of your sanity, of your family, of your future, of your children. Your society is sliding into delirium, and you can see it in their eyes. You can see it. You can hear it in their voices. You can recognize it in their ranting and in their deceit. Their perpetual condition of chronic dishonesty. You can see they're losing their minds. So what do? You need to refuse the rituals that confirm you as a part of that bargain, because that's what they are. They're rituals. You're tithing to the idols of empire, and you're subscribing to the creed of empire, profit without conscience, public discourse without truth, pleasure without responsibility, loyalty without justice. You know, at Middle Nation, we talk about epistemological sovereignty. And of course, we're talking about the Muslims. We mean Muslims. But even if you are non-Muslim, you need to extricate yourself from the language and the lexicon, ideologically, the intellectual lexicon of Western so-called civilization, from the paradigms, from the propaganda, from the ideologies, from the bigotries, from the falsehood, from the triviality, and from the trivialization of what actually matters, the trivialization of the important, and the polarization over insignificant things. Performative morality as a smokescreen for actually operative immorality. You need to learn to speak in words that actually carry weight. Don't just repeat slogans, slogans and talking points. Break the hypnosis of the entertainment that they're playing for you to drown out the alarm bells that are supposed to inform you that your house is filling up with gas. Partition your household, partition yourself with a disciplined approach to information and discourse. Seal yourself off from nonsense as much as you can. Wallahi. Don't just shrug when people spew nonsense. It's not innocuous. You shrug, you expose your jugular, and that's the whole point. You understand me? Don't let your guard down when people start talking nonsense. That's when you need to put your guard up, because they're talking nonsense for a reason. And you need to try to reduce your dependency on the systems that are collapsing right now. Debt is a leash. You need to cut it, even if that means self-imposed harsh austerity in your lifestyle. You need to get yourself out of debt. Consumption is also a leash. The less you consume, the more you're going to be able to breathe. Remember, this isn't about trying to change what's happening. This isn't about trying to change what's happening. It's about trying to survive what's happening, because it's going to happen either way. It's about trying to survive and hopefully getting through it in a way that will allow you to thrive. So you need to accept the fact that the empire is going to keep, rearranging the furniture to distract you from the fact that the whole structure is falling apart. They're going to continue to feed you slogans and contradictory policies and pronouncements and news and misinformation and promises. You need to ignore all of that. They're going to try to auction both nostalgia and cartoonish hope. They're going to package decline as renewal. They try to sell you therapy for the wounds that they themselves keep inflicting on you. And you need to try to disconnect you need to disconnect from those headphones, Don't be distracted and don't be preoccupied with Trump. He's just the stamp on the envelope that carries the final notice. You don't have to like him or hate him in order to read what that notice says. The message is quite simple. The American-centric world order is closing its books.